Greetings once again, YouTube. We were going to film this outdoors, but guess what? It's raining again. Today we're going to demonstrate how to use a penny stove. I had a question from one of my viewers about why do you put the penny on top? So we're going to demonstrate usage of a penny stove today, indoors, and we're going to boil some water on it. Also, we're very close to 100 subscribers, so I put together a prize and we're going to have a giveaway when we hit that magic number. So what is a penny stove anyway? Well, simply made out of 2 aluminum soda cans or beer cans pressed together. There's 3 holes in the center, and those are for filling with the fuel. And there are more holes around the circumference, as you can see, the tiny little holes. That's where the flame jets come out when you start it up. Why is it a penny stove? Well, when you fill it, and after you prime it and get it going, then you drop a penny on there to cover up the filler holes. So you don't have fuel squirting out of there and jetting out of there, and generally not allowing the circumferential holes to turn into jets of fire. We're going to fill it with about 1 ounce of fuel, and we're going to boil 16 ounces of water. So we have this hardware cloth ring, and that allows about 1 inch above the top of the penny stove in order for the flames to bloom properly and have the most effect on the bottom of the cooking vessel. So let's get started with that. Should be fun. So for today we're going to put the penny stove on top of the cutting board. If it were outdoors I would have it on some kind of a surface anyway that wouldn't catch fire necessarily. So there's the penny stove, and there's the pot stand. So this is probably 1/4 inch hardware cloth that this is made out of, and so it's just been cut, and then the edges have been bent over to engage the horizontal wires have been clipped and then bent back around so that they join to the vertical wire posts and make a ring. Once the penny stove is lit and properly primed, then we'll put the penny on top to cover up the filling holes. The pot stand will go over it, and then the pot full of water on top of there. And we'll probably give it a timer and see how long it takes to boil that water. So here we have some denatured alcohol. You'll notice the labels, denatured alcohol, poison, because it is. You don't want to get that mixed up with anything you plan to drink. Put in about 1 ounce. Now the holes around the circumference of the penny stove also aid in filling because they allow air out as the alcohol goes in. Now the penny stove has alcohol in it. I'm going to set it down on a piece of foil just to be kind to our cutting board. The aluminum foil actually helps to reflect some of the heat and primes the stove faster. Here's the pot. We have 16 ounces of water to go in it. Maybe if I turn that light off. The stove is priming now. You may be able to see the flames down around the base of it. Alright, we have full bloom on the jets now, so I put the water on top carefully because it's really hot. And we're going to start the timer. Start. I'm going to make a little lid for the top of that out of aluminum. And it doesn't have to be much, and it doesn't have to clamp down. It just has to kind of keep the steam from coming out. It shouldn't take very long. I estimate that for 16 ounces of water it may take 6 or 8 minutes. I'm going to try to nudge that pot stand just a little bit so it's more centered. Oops. More centered over the stove. Should be right about there. One thing that's important to do when you're indoors like I am today is not jar that too much, because if it falls over we have fire everywhere. So I'm going to let it cook for a little bit and we'll come back in 3 or 4 minutes and see how things are going. Alright, so we're looking at just over 5 minutes and a half right now. And we get to 6 minutes, we'll take a look inside the can and see what's going on in there. Great thing about aluminum foil is you can handle it when it's fairly hot. But we're going to steam up the ends of the camera. We have a boil going on right now, and it's probably within 30 seconds of being a rolling boil. I'm going to put the lid back on for now, and we'll check it again very shortly. Okay, so we're coming up on 7 minutes. And we have rolling boil. If that water was questionable in terms of bacteria, cysts, and viruses, they would all be dead now, and it would be safe to drink. Can't speak to chemicals because boiling does not purify chemicals from water. So there we have it, it's boiling, no doubt about it. 16 ounces of water in a fruit cocktail can, and powered by a penny stove and denatured alcohol. So the time to rolling boil on that was about 7 minutes. You can see that the penny stove is still burning. I'll take a closer look at that. So you can see the jets around the perimeter, or the circumference, outer circumference of the stove body. And there are 3 on that side, 3 on that side, and 2 straight up and down for a total of 8. So we have 8 jets, and we haven't used anywhere near the full complement of fuel in that. We're going to go ahead and snuff that flame. We've dispensed the water out of the can into our canteen or our Nalgene bottle, however we carry it, now that it's been disinfected by boiling. So I'm going to use the same can that we boiled the water in to snuff the stove. And it'll take a few seconds because there's a certain amount of oxygen inside that can. It should be out now, and it is. So there we go, there's the whole shoot and match again. Well, that's about it. I would have liked to have done that demonstration outdoors, but every time I go outside to do something lately, it rains. So anyway, this little video was a demonstration of the penny stove. It's a pretty good, lightweight, backpacking, hiking, camping alternative for cooking. It weighs less than an ounce. And you can get 7 or 8 minutes of good burn time out of an ounce of fuel. So let's say you can cook a meal with that or boil water with that every time. So in a 8-ounce bottle of fuel, you have 8 opportunities to boil water or cook something. Come back another time with something different. And also, in our next video, we'll be talking about our giveaway coming up for 100 subscriber mark that we're just about to reach. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.